The long-running Jeffrey Epstein controversy is back in the spotlight, and now two of the most powerful names in American politics are stepping in. Former U.S. President Bill Clinton and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton have agreed to testify in a House investigation, a move that has reignited political tensions in Washington. Former U.S. President Bill Clinton and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton have agreed to testify before the U.S. House of Representatives in an investigation related to the late financier and convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. The decision was confirmed by a spokesman for the former president and came just ahead of a potential vote to hold the couple in contempt of Congress. The Clintons had initially declined to appear before lawmakers who are examining how authorities handled earlier investigations into Epstein, a disgraced financier who maintained connections with influential figures across business and politics. However, their spokesperson later confirmed that both individuals would testify, stating that they had welcomed the opportunity and hoped to set a standard that applies equally to everyone. Prior to the agreement, the House Rules Committee had advanced resolutions accusing the Clintons of defying subpoenas requiring them to appear in person to explain their past links to Epstein, who died in federal custody in 2019. The Epstein case continues to loom large over Washington, drawing in prominent political figures and exposing deep partisan divisions. Democrats have argued that the investigation is being used as a political weapon against opponents of President Donald Trump, noting that Trump, a long-time Epstein associate, has not been called to testify. Trump had previously attempted to block the release of investigative files linked to Epstein, who spent years cultivating relationships with billionaires, politicians, academics, and celebrities. Despite these associations, neither Trump nor the Clintons have been accused of criminal wrongdoing in connection with Epstein's crimes. In earlier correspondence declining to appear in Washington, the Clintons had maintained that the subpoenas were invalid because they lacked a clear legislative purpose. Republicans, however, have argued that the Clintons' past connections to Epstein, including Bill Clinton's use of Epstein's private jet in the early 2000s, justified in-person questioning under oath. Instead of appearing initially, the Clintons submitted sworn written statements outlining their knowledge of Epstein and his associate, Ghislaine Maxwell, who is currently serving a 20-year prison sentence for sex trafficking. Bill Clinton acknowledged flying on Epstein's aircraft for Clinton Foundation, which is related to humanitarian work, but stated that he never visited Epstein's private island. Hillary Clinton said she had no meaningful interactions with Epstein and confirmed that she neither flew on his plane nor visited the island. Following the Clintons' agreement to testify, the House Rules Committee decided on Monday evening to temporarily suspend the planned vote on contempt proceedings. The proposed vote had threatened to expose internal divisions among Congressional Democrats, some of whom privately acknowledged that no individual should be beyond scrutiny when investigating the full scope of Epstein's crimes. Others feared the move would divert attention from Trump's past contact with Epstein. Meanwhile, the U.S. Justice Department announced last week that it had released what it described as the final batch of files related to the Epstein investigation. As the Epstein investigation continues to unfold, the decision by Bill and Hillary Clinton to testify adds a new chapter to a scandal that has refused to fade. With political tensions still high, all eyes are now on what their testimony could reveal and who may be next to face questions. Uche Jacinta, Eagles FM News.